It's time for the game you never wanted to play. Your narcissistic mother said what? I'm your host, Ken Take No More. After Arts, are you ready to play the game?
I've been playing this crappy game all my life, Ken. Why stop now? I'm 10 years old. You and Dad are divorced. I'm having problems at school, and the other kids are bullying me. Why can't you be more like Sally? Sally has charm.
Is that your final answer?
She was outgoing. Everybody liked her. Divorce is very hard on children. What she needed at that moment was guidance and unconditional love.
She felt helpless and frustrated when she perceived that you liked her friend Sally better than her.
She was left feeling not good enough, that she would never be the child you wanted.
Good job, narcissistic mother. Next round.
I was 8 or 9. We were having an argument. You're just like your father.
Is that your final answer?
Well, it's true. She does take after her father. You just put your innocent child on the same level as an ex-husband who broke your heart.
Rather than taking the opportunity to model conflict resolution, you declared your young daughter to be someone impossible to get along with.
She recognized that you intended to hurt her. From that point onward, she aligned herself with her father.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Narcissistic mother predicts her own self-fulfilling prophecy.
I was 10 years old, and I was venting about how miserable, lonely, and sad I'd been feeling. Albert Einstein and Thomas Edison also had terrible childhoods. Well, they did. She was pouring her heart out to her mother, and you couldn't even hear what she was saying.
You could have asked how you could have helped and reassured her the future would be better.
She internalized your statement to mean that she had to grow up to be important like Einstein and Edison to justify the misery of her childhood.
Yeah, way to put pressure on the kid.
I was 12, and you were moving us across the country to live with Grandma. I was asking if I could stay with my dad rather than move so far away from him. You can go live with your father if you want to, but let's just say I'm hurt!
Emotional blackmail. That's what I call upping the ante.
The idea of moving away from her father was traumatic. She needed you to acknowledge this.
The priority here should have been what was best for your daughter.
Even though her relationship with you wasn't good, she didn't want to make it any worse. She sublimated her feelings for your approval. Then a few years later, you told me this. I had to use all my manipulation skills to get you to stay with me.
Keep your eyes and your ears open because narcissists always tell on themselves.
Her heart's desire was to remain with her father, but she chose you only because she didn't want to upset you.
Manipulation, crocodile tears, and temper tantrums. Was this really the best example to set for your 12-year-old?
Congratulations! You may have won the battle, but you lost the war.
And we'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
If you've only got a minute to eat, and you don't care if it's plastic or meat, new Capresto Pocket, new Capresto Pocket. New Capresto Pocket, new Capresto Pocket. If you've only got a minute to eat, and you don't care if it's plastic or meat, new Capresto Pocket, new Capresto Pocket.
Welcome back, everyone, to Your Narcissistic Mother Said What?
I felt a lot of sibling rivalry with my sister, the golden child. Even though I knew that enmeshment with you was a trap, I still resented how she got all your energy, attention, and cute outfits to wear, while I had to go to school looking like crap. I love all my children equally.
Is that your final answer?
Well, I do. It's not how you feel about your children, but what your children feel coming from you.
When there are different rules, different expectations, and different rewards for each child, it creates a toxic atmosphere of resentment.
This is indeed a true statement. Your love for them is equal, because you don't love any of them at all. When Grandma passed away, we all flew out for the funeral. Instead of spending time with the rest of the family, you and your idiot husband kept dragging us out sightseeing. It felt awkward and inappropriate. I don't have daughters like other mothers have daughters.
Maybe that's because they don't have a mother like you.
As devastating as it was for you to lose your mother, remember, you weren't the only one in mourning.
You took this solemn occasion and made it all about you.
You think your family's job is to take care of your feelings. When you don't get what you want, everyone else has to suffer. We were talking about the many ups and downs in our relationship. You rejected me!
Are you for real?
Well, she did. This statement is so ridiculous, it's making my brain hurt.
This is a total cop-out, putting all the blame on her. Have you ever taken the time to think about how you drove her away?
Many things can be said about you, but you are not a mother.
A narcissistic mother is batting 1,000.
We were talking about when your idiot husband molested me. You must have chosen this on some level. Blaming the victim? Really? Really?
Do you really want to go there?
Now I am nauseated. Where can I vomit?
Last round. Let's see how low can she go.
My sister stopped talking to me after we were through with her ex-husband for hurting some friends of ours. She said I should have supported him because he was family. I begged you for help, but you refused. The family infighting got so bad that I had to walk away from it. Why did you keep talking to her about my personal life after she threw me under the bus? That's why I finally had to cut you off. Well, I don't see what the big deal was. We were only reading your tweets. If you possessed a shred of empathy, you would understand how this would feel like a betrayal.
You're rewriting history to make it look like you're taking the high road. You're not. You're emotionally lazy and diplomatically clueless.
With family like that, who needs enemies?
Ouch! All right, the judges have tabulated their scores, and it's 3 thumbs down.
Whenever your daughter needed you the most, you weren't there for her.
Your children were suffering, but you remained blind and indifferent.
Your scapegoat daughter hung in there for as long as she could. The best that can be said for your parenting is she has enough sense of herself to know that she's better off without you.
There we have it. Narcissistic mother. For all those years of putting yourself first, and for your inability as the narcissist you are to see the problem with this picture or to ever change, you have won the grand prize of no contact ever again!
What the son of a... Well, ain't that a pisser? It wasn't your fault.
Look, you made it. You survived.
You have the knowledge and the wisdom to help others now.
This is Ken Take No More saying thanks for watching, and remember, no contact. Watch out for those flying monkeys, and never let them hoover you back in.